first appointment at the reproductive doctor. We are having a baby. We're trying to have a baby. No, we're having a baby. That's what I'm going to say, because we were going to speak things into existence. So today is my first appointment. I'm going to tell y'all how it goes. My wife is not with me, and please do not disregard her, because she's actually pissed that I came without her to my first appointment. But it's just my consultation appointment, and we just came off vacation yesterday, so she had just missed some days for work, and this was the first available appointment. I was so thirsty to get in here at the earliest time possible that I just took this time. So my wife is at work right now, and I'm here by myself, but we are both super excited, and I'm going to let y'all know how it goes along the way. I'm going to tell y'all and show y'all my whole journey. We are having a baby. Oh my.
You should call us on day 1 of your period. That's your first step.
Okay.
Okay?
The next period?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We consider day 1 the first day of full flow red bleeding.
Okay.
We'll put in all your lab orders. She said you did a couple, but she wants all of these done in addition to the ones you had.
Okay.
Incidentally, it'll all be blood. They'll ask for 1 small urine sample. This is for gonorrhea, chlamydia. We do that on all of our patients. Okay. And your partner, incidentally, she'll have some STD testing, and then it'll be that urine sample. Is the hysterosalpingogram. So that's that tubal dye test. Okay. To make sure the inside of your uterus is normal, meaning no polyps or fibroids. Excuse me. It'll also make sure your fallopian tubes are open, because they need to be open if we're going to do an insemination. The sperm have to be able to get to the egg. Okay. Okay. So that's what that test will show us. This test is done between days 7 through 12 of your menstrual cycle. Okay. So. This is the test. Okay, that's actually what it looks like, because they take an x-ray. They put some dye through your cervix into your uterus, and then we want to watch it spill out the fallopian tubes. Then we know your fallopian tubes are open. Okay. Versus they have some sort of blockage. Okay. Which sometimes women have just a mucus blockage sometimes. Okay. But then it would prevent the sperm from getting to the egg. Okay. That'd be a problem. Okay. Huge waste of your money. Okay. So let's make sure your tubes are open. Okay. You'll know the result of this right away. Okay. There's some prep work. Do you have any allergy to iodine or contrast dye? No, not that you're aware of. No. Any history of chlamydia or gonorrhea? No. Okay. And you don't have to worry about either of those. Okay. When you call with day 1 of your period, this is the only thing you have to remember. Okay. Just call it day 1. Right. We'll go over all of this on the phone with you again. Okay. Just call on day 1. But we'll remind you, you must do a home pregnancy test. Yes, I know you're in a female-female relationship. We have every patient do this. It has to have at least 5 million sperm in it to give you a decent chance at pregnancy. Okay. So these will be the most expensive, because it has to have the most sperm in it. Okay. We talked about the CMV. By the time you're ordering, you're going to know what your CMV status is. Okay. That whether you get CMV plus or CMV minus. Okay. The other thing about our clinic is we recommend don't order more than 3 vials from the same donor at a time. But we do recommend ordering a couple at a time, because shipping is expensive. It's a few $100s. Okay. And the shipping cost is the same if it's 1 vial or 500 vials. Okay. But we recommend, if you've done 3 inseminations with the same sperm donor, where we know you had a good cycle, you had a mature egg, your lining was good, and the sperm samples had good numbers, and you're still not pregnant, maybe you should think about picking a different sperm donor. Okay. So order only 3 at a time. Okay. Okay. So what we recommend is pick your donor first, see what his genetic testing is, and then we can have you meet with the genetic counselor, so we make sure you get the right testing done to make sure you're not a carrier of the same thing. Okay. So this is all a process. Okay. Okay. So it typically takes patients a couple of months before they actually do an insemination. Oh my God, yeah, this is happening. So one of
the financial coordinators here.
Okay.
Insurance does cover for testing. It does cover for treatment.
Okay.
There is a $20,000 lifetime maximum on your insurance policy.
Okay.
So what that means is that your insurance will cover for all of your infertility treatments and testing, all the way up until $20,000, and then anything after that will no longer be covered.
Okay.
Okay. With that being said, that should be able to cover for all your insemination cycles. It should be able to cover for IVF if you ever need to go ahead and.
I'm super excited because today is my first day going to get blood work done for my IUI. I have to do tons of blood work. I have like 10. I'm not even sure. I have to do the count. So I have to do blood work and a urine test. And then the next step will be me and my wife, we have to go see a psychiatrist, which is later on next week. And then I have to do this other test, which I forget the name. I will have to tag it below or let you guys know later. But I'm super excited right now. Let's see how this goes. I hate getting my blood drawn. I really hate needles. I'm such a scary crybaby. So okay, y'all, I had to do 12 samples of blood and a urine test. And like I said, I hate needles, but it went okay. Okay, I'm leaving the doctor. I got my blood drawn. My left arm is my good arm. They got all the blood. My right arm was not working. So she started on my right arm, and then we had to go to my left arm. It was tons of blood. Like I said, I hate needles, but the lady I work with today, she was very gentle, and I was not a big crybaby. I just looked away, and so it was a good experience. That is all for today. I had to wait until my second or third day for my cycle to get these testing done, and I just did that. Next, like I said, next week me and my wife, we have to go see a psychiatrist, which is a part of the process. And my testing all came back pretty decent. I just have low vitamin D, so I'm working on that. And I have to wait on a couple more tests. So now me and my wife, we had to come see the psychiatrist. This is like a step in it for some reason. I'm not sure exactly how or why. We will find that out today, but it is the next step. And then the final step will be a test that I have to take next week, Wednesday. And I forget the name. I'm going to list the name. It's a really long, it's a real name, like a doctor's word. And it's just testing my eggs and my fallopian tubes. So that is Wednesday. But today we are here. My wife is here now. She is not a bad parent. She's going to be here for all the rest of the appointments. But, yes, so we're here to see the psychiatrist. I'm so anxious. I cannot wait until next week, Wednesday, because after that, we get to buy sperm. And hopefully, I'll get pregnant right away. And I'll have a nice baby bump. And then we'll be having a Grady baby. What kind of baby are you hoping for?
A boy.
A boy. Me too.
Boy. Y'all say boy 3 times. Boy, boy, boy. Put it in the atmosphere, please.
We just left from seeing a psychiatrist. And it was fun. It was an amazing experience. We got to talk about a lot of things that we did not think about. Like, we didn't think about how we were going to tell our baby that it was conceived. And that is also a conversation that we have to have with our girls that are at home now. And what else? We are trying. Sharina does not know. We don't know what the baby is going to call her.
Yeah, I'm undecided. Pretty undecided about that. So we still working on that. It wasn't so bad with the psychiatrist. It was actually fun. It was a good time. She was cool.
She was fine.
You know what? She thought we was high.
Yeah, because they say I smoke marijuana in my thing.
No, not even.
Just because we was laughing.
Yeah.
we normally laugh. Our house, we have. It's pretty fun
Yeah.
and laughing matter. She probably thought we was, and I haven't even smoked. I have not smoked since yesterday earlier.
Yeah. So did you tell them that you got to stop using marijuana?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So I use marijuana frequently.
A lot.
But I haven't since I just started the process of getting pregnant, I have slowed down tremendously, and I even stopped last week for 6 days. I did not smoke no marijuana for 6 days, so that is very good for me. I have been smoking for a very long time, and I smoke a lot. If you know me, I smoke a lot. So
I mean, she pretty much said too, like there wasn't any like concrete data like stating that marijuana like affects, I don't know, like the pregnancy in totality. But she did say, what did she say? She said that I don't know, just basically she needs to stop though. It's not good for the.
She's suggesting that I stop right now. Currently, she said that I should slow down and decrease, which I am. And I do not intend on smoking while I'm pregnant. Some people do that. That is not an intention that I have in mind because it's just me. That's just. It was just a really cool experience. When you talk to the therapist, it's not a it's not like she can say yay or nay. You can't go forward with it. It's just just a thing. We just sit down and talk, make sure that we're both clear and we're under the same understanding. She gave us a list of books that we can get for the kid, and it's just about explaining to the child how it came about, and just basically out of love. So it was a wonderful experience. So this is my final thing will be next week Wednesday, where I'll take the test for my fallopian tubes and for my eggs, and from there we can go and decide which procedure we're gonna do.
Well, I thought we already knew which procedure.
We won't know if it's nothing wrong with anything inside of me. Like if everything is fine, we're gonna do IUI. I am at Dollar Tree, but y'all don't know what I'm here to buy. Drum roll, please. I am here to buy a pregnancy test. This is my first time ever buying a pregnancy test. I've never been pregnant. I've never had been pregnant or a scared pregnancy or anything. I've never been pregnant, so I've never had to take a pregnancy test. So this is exciting. This is my first time ever buying one. And of course, I'm not pregnant. Not yet. I have to take my final testing tomorrow to see which procedure that I'm going to use, and the directions is for me to take a pregnancy test today, so the day before. So I am about to buy one. I'm excited. I don't know why. I know it ain't no baby in me or anything, but I'm just super excited and anxious just to take it. And plus it's from Dollar Store. I'm like, do they really work? But the doctor told me don't buy any expensive kind, just go to the Dollar Store and get one. So we shall see. Are you guys excited? I am. Okay, so we are here. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get two just for the sake of it. Hi. Okay, so I'm back home now. I had to go get me some lunch and everything. So I'm home. I went to Dollar Tree. I spent about $17, $18 because I think Dollar Tree is one of those places that you never know what's in there until you get in there. So I just got a ton of little stuff. I got some little travel situations because we are traveling soon. These I got some this. Everything is $1 there. I'm not feeling really good today. I woke up, my eyes really puffy and kind of congested, so I'm gonna try to take some of those, see if those help. Some soap. My baby Bailey, the 4-year-old, she has eczema. This soap is really good for her. I got about 4 bars of that. Some old lady candy. My wife likes stuff like this, so I got some of those. And what else did I get? Some blow pops for the kids. This facial toner that I'm gonna try was $1, but it's has cucumber and aloe in there. So I'm gonna try this and see how it works. And most importantly, pregnancy test. My first ever. Now, of course, when I take this test, it's going to say negative. Better say negative. unless my wife got something going on. But it's going to say negative, and I expect it to be negative because, okay, so when you guys see this video, it will show all of the steps up into my final step, which is tomorrow. So after my test tomorrow, we will be able to go actually purchase sperm, and then we'll be in the baby making part. So this is like the beginning stages. I've showed you guys each stage from when I went to talk to my doctor about pricing. I did my blood work. Me and my wife, we had to go see the psychiatrist. My wife has to still do some blood work also. And pregnancy test. And my final test tomorrow. So this will be an overall video about us starting fertility to get pregnant with our little baby, which I'm hoping after the test tomorrow, I'm really hoping to get pregnant as soon as possible. All of my friends and everyone is saying, you don't want to be pregnant in the summer, but I'm just really anxious to get pregnant. Like, I really want a little baby inside of me, and that's where I'm at in life. So I'm hoping to get pregnant as soon as possible. I don't know how long the process is after this, but I will definitely keep you guys updated. I'm gonna film my last session tomorrow with my egg test, and it does something with my fallopian tube. Just make sure everything is okay up in there. Like I said, I've never been pregnant. I've never attempted to get pregnant, and yeah. So I'm gonna come back and show y'all the results from this. I'm not going to use the bathroom on camera because that would be kind of weird, and I think my wife would be very pissed. So I'm gonna show y'all the results and see if they actually work. My very first pregnancy test. Like, I can't wait to buy a real one in anticipation that I'm really pregnant. This one is kind of like an empty promise because I know it's gonna be negative. But I'm back, and my test is negative. This is, I don't know which way it go, but I only got one line. So yeah, I took my first ever pregnancy test. It was kind of disgusting. Like, I don't want to touch pee and things. I had to pee inside of a little cup. I actually did a shot glass that I'm about to throw away. And I dipped the little dipper in there and put it in here. So yeah, hopefully the next time y'all see me taking a pregnancy test, I bought two. Actually, I'm gonna say this one. I don't know if they expire. Do these expire? So hopefully the next time you see me taking one of these, I will have.
I'm not gonna have you do it right now. The
Okay.
doctor's already down here, but we are gonna have you. You're gonna be laying down, and then they're gonna insert like a speculum, and you're gonna get like minor cramping.
Okay.
And they're gonna clean your cervix off, and then they're gonna insert a catheter.
Is that gonna hurt?
That you get a little bit more cramping.
Okay.
It's kind of like a menstrual cramp, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Don't hold your breath. Try and breathe.
Okay.
Okay. Then he's gonna he injects contrast dye to see your free fallopian tubes.
Okay.
And then after that, it usually goes pretty quick.
Okay.
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 He's gonna be in here, and he can kind of explain if you have any questions or.
Okay, so I can't record anything past right here. I will be back. So today was my final test that I had to take before it is time for my to decide on which treatment I'm going to take as far as infertility. Today I had to take, it's called a SHG, and all along while I've been filming, I've been saying the wrong thing, saying that it was a test for my eggs, but it was actually a test for my fallopian tubes to see if they were open or blocked. And I am happy because they are not blocked, they are both open. First, I'll tell you about my experience during the actual test. Prior to yesterday, I had to take a pregnancy test, and then this morning, the only prep I had to do was take some ibuprofen. Now, when you get there, you can have a family member go with you or not. I didn't know that before, but I didn't have anybody to go with me. I went by myself, and it wasn't a long process. I had to wait, and I had to switch into a robe. I wasn't actually able to film inside the room technically when the doctor came in, but I got a little footage before I actually had the procedure, so I'll show you guys that. And okay, it's really just you're on the table and they inject some things in you and they numb you. It's kind of uncomfortable and you really do cramp. You have some cramping and they basically kind of start your cycle over again. So I don't know if that's TMI, but yes, I left there bleeding, and then there was blood on the actual table that I had to lay out on. Not like a crazy amount, but enough. And I wasn't bleeding prior to, but that's a normal symptom after the test. So they numb you and they put this balloon thing in you, the way the doctor described it to me, and then they fill it with the dye to see where the dye goes with the fallopian tubes. So yes, both of my fallopian tubes are open. So the next step is to follow up with my doctor, and then we'll discuss the proper treatment. We haven't decided on an actual treatment yet, me and my wife, but we are hoping that we can do IUI and have success with that, because that is the easiest and that is the cheapest right now that we have option. So we're hoping that will be what we get. So our next step after I talk to the doctor, we will be ordering some sperm. I don't want to, I'm really particular about signs and things. So I'm trying to be strategic a little bit about when this child is born and when we actually try to inseminate. But it's ultimately going to be up to my doctor. Once we talk to her and go over our results and everything, we shall see. And that will be our next update about pregnancy. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It really didn't get too deep right now, so because it's just the beginning stages, but I just wanted to keep you guys updated about what was going on. And yes, we are looking forward to this journey of having a baby. I hope that we are successful. I'm in these fertility groups on Facebook, and I think I'm going to remove myself on them because sometimes I feel like it's encouraging, but then it's just like sad because some people have disappointments, and I just don't even want to get that spirit on me, that energy on me. I feel sorry for anybody who cannot. I don't even know if I can have a kid. As I said, I've never been pregnant at all before, but I've also never tried to get pregnant at all before. So I just don't know. I am 36. I'll be 37 this year. So this will be my first time. I know I'm at an age that's kind of risky with having kids. So I'm just really hoping for the best. Y'all hope for me, please. And thank you. I will have other videos. I believe my next video will be, I didn't really do an introduction to YouTube about who I am based on, I think I started this with the mentality of the people that I ultimately know in my city following it. So I didn't really do an introduction video to who I am. So I think my next video, which is kind of backwards, but it's going to be an introduction to me, my life and my family. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm married to a girl, my wife, and we are raising my 3 nieces. So my life is like all over the place, sometimes all the time, and I'm very thankful and grateful for it. But yeah, this is the adult life.